Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our life and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. My name is Honest Am. I said that already. Y'all, let me just go. Let's do one more. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me, allowing no room for doubt or confusion. God, man. Yo, I'm sorry. These messages are all like 40 minutes long and just, I'm tired this week. The two cards that came out is surrender your need to control the outcome. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Angel number 47. I'm over it. Like, God, I am trying. I'm trying. Surrender is better said than done. And the last thing is Starseed. Raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant light. God is telling us that we are starseeds and that as we grow, as we get better, we also help the world get better. And so he's just asking us to just kind of surrender to the outcome. This is like a number one requirement to deal with the spiritual world and to deal with working with God. And honestly, I think I did this before. Look, underneath this is freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. And so it's like God is saying that if we would just surrender to the need to control the outcome and just focus on being our best self, then we will be able to attain the freedom that we ultimately want and deserve. This is funny. I didn't plan on doing this, but I'm actually going to go back into our blockages one more time. Dear God, guardian angels, I'm just curious. And look, this message of choice came back up one more time. So this is very, very interesting. God, what is blocking us from surrendering to our divine path? What's blocking us from surrendering the need? What's blocking us from surrendering control? Gratitude is what popped out. Gratitude and joy. Gratitude, this card right here is a deep purple, kind of a violet. This deals with the brow chakra. And then joy deals with your solar plex. So standing in your power. Let's go into the cards and see what this is about. Looks like we're having a blockage this week. I did not intend to do that, but whatever. Because I want to know what the hell is blocking me from surrendering. We talked about the brow. Well, no, we didn't. I'll explain the brow. The sixth chakra is our sixth sense. All cards of the brow, The brow chakra is the third card and houses all that is hidden within, including our intuitive knowing. The cards often reveal family agreements made before you were born and karmatic issues which you have brought into this world to work out. The sixth chakra reveals your intuitive focus and your inner knowing. The cards in this chapter may reveal the behavior you've either inherited or unknowingly chosen to copy. This word of choice coming up again from your family or origin. This reflects where you are in terms of your own awareness and reveals your willingness to do your own soul searching. Are you living in the past? Are you living your past into the future? Faith is the unspoken element here. All intentions are fulfilled with the help of spirit. And so with this message of gratitude, it's Lucky from Indigo. You are capable of more than mere mortal conversations. This is a time of enlightened communications and you will raise the consciousness of others. You are stepping into self-mastery. The gift you see in others already live within you. Sounds pretty. I'm so glad you're in my life. Lucky's best friend writes a letter to Lucky unborn child. She does this so that one day the child will understand how extraordinary her mother is. Lucky is a friend from Indigo, someone who always supports, never judges, always sees the good side, whatever the circumstances, and uplifts all those around her. In her letter, her gratitude for Lucky shines through. Gratitude raises our vibration to a higher level. If you are unhappy in a relationship, Lucky reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. There is no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. And so this is pretty cool. I kind of feel like, oh, duh, that's the message. That's the message. I think the message is right here. If you are unhappy in a relationship, Lucky reminds you that that it is always in your power to change it. And so I feel like what God is saying is that if we're unhappy in our life, the power that we have is that we have the power to change it. We have the power to choose something differently. And it doesn't come by us being like, shitting on our current circumstance. It comes by us by changing our attention and changing our focus to one of gratitude. And so it's like, even though you may not be in the job that you want to be in, I'm sure there are certain elements and certain things that you can appreciate about the circumstance that you're in. I also feel like what God is trying to say is that if you would just have, appreciation and gratitude for where you are, meaning that you're in this. I was talking about this in another video about how I've been trying to really walk this path of least resistance. And a big part of being in this path of least resistance is knowing that your life is like a river. And that when you find yourself in a position of being like, I shouldn't be here, or this shouldn't be happening to me, it's like you're resisting the river. You're trying to like go uphill instead of just going with the flow of river, going with the path of least resistance. And so a big part of that going with the path of least resistance is accepting where you are. It's accepting and like just being like, yeah, like this is where I'm at. Like it is what it is. And so what God is trying to say, that if you accept where you are, if you surrender, if you accept where you are, you make the choice that, hey, I am going to be a better person, which is this Starseed thing. I am going to be a better person. I am going to follow my heart. I am going to walk into the direction of freedom. If you just will surrender, and then God is saying surrender to the outcome. So then when things come up, when things knock you off your kilter, when things don't make you feel so joyful, you have to still know that all of that is still helping you getting you to the path of where you ultimately want to go. So instead of being mad, or instead of feeling like, oh, this shouldn't be happening to me, or I'm pissed off that this happened to me, have gratitude for it. Because if you can have gratitude for it, you can move out it more quickly without fucking yourself up, and then you can just keep on going on the current. And for some reason, as I'm speaking to you guys, I'm thinking about this situation with my tub, and how, it really like pissed me off. It really made me feel like, okay, well, maybe I need to move. And so I started doing all these things to get myself in a position to where I can move when I need to. And, I kind of was just like, okay, I'm not going to keep cussing this lady out. I'm not going to keep sending her emails. Like, it just is what it is. And I just started to literally take I'm going to these cards. I literally took my mind off the problem, and I just started focusing on solutions. The issue got resolved. And so today, because mind you, I went almost a month without a shower. And so I sent her an email, and I'm just like, look, so I'm happy to report that I have my shower back, but also like I was inconvenienced for a month. And she was like, you know what? And I gave her like 2 options of what I'm willing to do. Like, I would prorate the rent, or you could just comp the rent. And honestly, I was really nervous with saying that. At first, I'm like, well, shit, maybe she, maybe they may not, maybe they may be like, who the fuck does she think she is? And the lady literally was just like, you are totally right. Since it was almost a month, don't worry about paying your May rent. Just focus on June. And so it's like this whole thing got resolved without me, having to move real quickly or any of this other crazy stuff. And it's just because I got out of my head and was just like, okay, let me focus on solutions. And so that's what God is just trying to get you to understand. Surrendering to your situation is not you just acting like nothing is happening. It's not you being despondent. It's not you just, going along. It's you making choices to keep staying on the path of freedom. Keep staying on the path of raising your vibration. Keep staying on the path of gratitude. So that whenever you find situations that get you off your keel, you can look at it for what it is. Even if you make a mistake, just like, damn, like I really don't like that. Like today, I went to the ATM and this like car just kind of like whipped around me and like jumped in front of me, and I like beat my horn at him, and the angel number died 50. And then like after he drove up and I got up there again, I beat my horn at him again. I was like, "You a rude motherfucker." And like he started going back and forth with me, and I started going at him, and I said some shit, and then like afterwards, you know, he drove off, and I kept saying like, "You a rude motherfucker, you a rude motherfucker." But then afterwards, I was just like, "Damn!" Like at first, I was just like, "See, oh, that's why I ain't got no gun." But then I'm like, "This nigga could have shot me because I'm like, you know, trying to prove a fucking point, or like I don't know what he was going through." And like I just literally looked at that situation and was like, yo, like that wasn't cool. Like I'm not okay with how I acted. And like there, it didn't take, nobody else saw it. Like I didn't have to tell nobody about it. It was just, it's something that within me, I'm like, I didn't like how that feels. So I'm not going to do that no more. I need to have way more patience at this ATM. And also with other people in the street, you know, like, cause you don't know like what people may be going through, or what, you know, what edge or trigger they may be on, and you may be, you know, I just, it's just, that situation just made me realize that we always have choices. And I'm like, you know what, that wasn't cool. I didn't have to be that way. I ain't had no fucking where to go. Like, yes, I was pissed off, but like, who knows what the fuck this nigga going through. Okay. So I say all that to say, like, we just have to start looking at like situations that are inconveniences and surrendering to them, and surrendering to the out of how it's going to happen or all that stuff, and just be like, keep focusing on the path to light. I think hearing this word of surrender, it makes you feel like you're not doing anything, but it's not that you're not doing anything. It's just that you're not focusing on the outcome. You're just focusing on the solution. You're not focusing on the problem. You're just focusing on the freedom, focusing on getting beyond it. Okay. All right. So that's what that is about. Who is the person I admire most? How and why? How can I live at that level? Okay, so for joy, let me just read this really quickly, because I want to go to this, get us a tool to use. The vibration energy is walking on air. The vibrational energy is walking on air. A pure essence of joy comes through detachment. Daisy, and look, going back for surrender, detachment. Daisy yellow brings joy, but does not experience it. Its purpose is to radiate what is inside. This powerful energy moves your project forward. It is too detached to be creative, but will draw in assistance necessary to further your goals. So that is the message of joy. Let's read the fable, or little tale. All right. Let's just jump and see what happens. We don't know much about Dancing Daisy, but we do know that she brings joy whenever she appears. Everyone who sees her becomes happier and more peaceful. Arguments cease as she comes close. People are even healed physically as a result of her presence. No one knows where she came from, and just before the TV crews arrive, she leaves. Dancing Daisy represents a new joyous phase in life and a significant change, such as a move, a new job, or a marriage. This is a moment after the leap. You may not see where you're going, but you will land on your feet. And so I feel like what God is saying is that what happens is that when you surrender to the outcome, when you just focus on being that starseed and angel number 1330 and being your best self, and really just only focusing on joy and freedom, what will come to you is joy. What will come to you is this immersive sense of peace. And I feel like that's what this message is about. Like, God is just trying to tell us that what's blocking what's blocking us from surrendering is that we focus on the problem. It's because we're trying to figure it out. And if we could just, not worry about how things will turn out, but just this is what it is. If we could not worry about how things turn out and just trust that they will ultimately always end up okay, because God always have our best interests, because we know as long as we lead with love, we will get love back in return, then no matter what comes your way, you have to know that you will be okay. Okay? Like that, I don't want to keep dwelling on that, but I just feel like that was just pretty much what this message is all about. It's just trusting yourself and knowing that, just because you are on this path to becoming your best self, because you're in this path of, realizing your dreams, it don't mean that it's going to be easy. And we should honestly get out of thinking that it's going to be easy. But know that in those moments of when you are experiencing, strife, when you are experiencing an obstacle, have gratitude for it, learn from it, and don't focus on it. Focus on the solution and not the problem, okay? All right, God, give us one final message to get us on up out of here. Clarify this message of surrender, starseed, and freedom, gratitude, and joy. What are you trying to get us to understand about if we would just surrender our need to control the outcome and just focus on love, focus on raising our vibration, focus on having gratitude for life? How will things turn out? All right. 1423. So the card that came out is, I can always tell a different financial abundance story. What anyone else has or does have nothing to do with you. The only thing that affects your experience is the way that you utilize the non-physical energy with your thought. Going back here with the starseed. Going back here with your vibration. What angel number 1550, what the Kardashian has, what J and B has, what Cardi has, ain't got shit to do with you. What Bill Gates and them have, that don't mean that you can't have money. It ain't got shit to do with you. It only has to do with you and your source. Source, the universe is infinite. So if you think that there's a lack, or if you think that there's some type of competition or shortage, right away, that is a key indicator that you need to do some work, because there is none. And the only reason why you don't have the things that you want is because of you and your thoughts towards them, okay? Your abundance or lack of it in your experience has nothing to do with what anybody else is doing or having. It only has to do with your perspective. It only has to do with your offering of your thought. If you want your fortunes to shift, you have to begin to tell a different story. And this is where God is telling you. He's giving us a solution. Stop worrying about what anybody else is doing with their money, what anybody else is doing with their life, and just focus in on you. Focus in on your vibration. Focus in on what you're offering, what you're doing. Don't worry about anybody else. This is just a you and a you thing. Focus on it. Focus on making sure that you're doing things that make you feel free inside. Angel number 1717. No matter what anybody else think. If you do that and then just surrender to the outcome and begin to tell yourself a new story about how joyful it is and how amazing it is and how all these miracles are coming into your life, eventually you're going to look up and that's going to be your reality. Because look at this. The law of respect, the law of attraction is responding to my vibration. Look at all of these. Don't make me fly out this chair. Look at all of this fucking synchronicity. The law of attraction is responding to my vibration. Raise your vibration. This is what God is telling you. Stop focusing on what anybody else is doing, what anybody else is saying, and just focus on you and your vibration. Think about consciously, what is the vibration that you're offering every day? Where are you sitting on the emotional vibrational spectrum? Are you scared all the time? Are you frustrated all the time? Well, you have to know if that is the case, then you're not manifesting anything. You're not getting closer to it. But if you will acknowledge, I have been scared. I have been frustrated. But now I'm not going to worry about how it's going to figure out. And listen to me and I tell you this. This is my problem. I don't even know what the fuck I am. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius moon. Like, all I do is think. All I do is want to know. All I want to do is explore. I'm a Gemini Mercury. All I do is want to know information. And because I want to know, I want to understand, I want to figure out, that was fucking me up. Because I was like, well, I believe in this guy, but how's it going to work? And I see this guy, but how's it going to work? And then actually, thank God for, honestly, sis, thank God for this channel, because I get to read my own words. I get to listen to these videos and be like, well, girl, if God can keep showing you over and over and over, angel number 1909, why the fuck don't you believe him? He not no fucking genie. He not a damn magician. Why you keep asking him to pull fucking tricks out of his hat for you to have faith and for you to believe in what the fuck he told you? You know it. You've seen it. How many more times? But the problem is because we don't see the big shit. We waiting for the big miracle, the Oprah calling, Beyonce wanting to work with us, Jay being like, girl, come write my motherfucking screenplay. We looking for the big shit. And because the big shit ain't coming, we like, Is this spiritual shit real? But God is telling you, fuck that. Embrace the everyday miracles. My tub was fucked up for a month. I was frustrated for a month. And now I had a whole month of rent. That's all that money to me. I've been trying to save money, and then all of a sudden now, bam. That's an everyday miracle. Yeah, it all don't look like a new job. It don't look like a new house, but that was a miracle. That played out that way. Because that lady could have easily been like, girl, I don't give a fuck what you said. We paid for those renovations. Give us your motherfucking rent. But that didn't happen. My car, I put my car in the shop because I was having an oil leak. Ended up paying almost $2,400. Goddamn foreign cars. $2,400 for some repairs. And do you know, I was like, mind you, I totally fucked up. So she was just going left and right. And I was like really starting to get very, very frustrated. And like, I talked to the man, but I was frustrated in my mind. I'm panicking, like, oh, trying to move money around. And literally, if this was a movie, like the numbers would have just started playing out in front of my eyes because I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm about to pay for these repairs so I can get my car back. And guess what the man said? He said, oh no, we have a program. Sign up same day, 90 days, 90 days, same day as cash. Signed up, got approved. So now that was solved. Another miracle. Like, I didn't even have to put no money down. Like, I kept being like, oh, he's like, oh, no, you deal with it. He's like, we don't need the money. You deal with it. And so it was like, I had two things that were really stressing me out, and they just magically worked out. And so I'm like, stop. We shit on God when we don't acknowledge the small shit, the little miracles. Because we're so busy looking for the big shit. But God is just saying, fuck that. Have gratitude for the things that I do for you on a day-to-day basis. And now I have this story where I'm like, ain't nothing that God ain't gave me. Ain't nothing that God can't do. It's just a matter of when is it going to happen. It's just a matter of me being patient. And so now, what I do every day? Every day I focus on feeding my vibration, feeding love, putting that love vibration up into the universe, making sure that I'm doing things that I love so that energy is what I'm ultimately emanating. And then I'm telling myself on a daily basis, when I'm journaling, when I'm doing these videos, Angel number 2222, when I'm writing up my stories for Honestly Sis of how I'm overcoming, how I'm accepting myself, how I'm accepting my past, how I'm going to become this amazing person and have these books and have these movies. And now that I'm not worried about, because this is just hitting me, now that I'm not worried about, well, when is the miracle coming in or how's it going to work? Because I'm just locked in on the process, and not just locked in on the process because that's what I'm supposed to do, but genuinely enjoying the process. Yes, I'm still trying to work on my loneliness and that part of it, but I can honestly say, I love writing my book. I can't even the fact that I wasn't writing 10 years ago blows my mind. Because right now I'm at a point in my life where I know I'm going to be writing for the rest of my life. This is what I want to do with my life. I know it. I love it. And I just believe in it. Even from how I talk about it, I just love movies. I love stories. And this is how I want to live my life. And so I tell myself that story on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to earn a living doing what I love. It's not I want to earn a living doing what I love. I am going to earn a living doing what I love. And it's not like me, and I'm stop trying to figure out all these different steps day by day. If it's hard to surrender to the big plan, just ask yourself, what do I have to do today? What's one step that I can do today to move in the direction of my dreams? Just keep doing that day by day, baby step by baby step, and you will look up and be like, damn, I just was starting this, and then God did this, and now this, and now I got this opportunity to do this. Let me read this message and we're going to get on out of here. A belief is nothing more than a chronic pattern of thought. And you have the ability, even if you try a little bit, to change a new pattern, to tell a new story, to achieve a different vibration, and to change your point of attraction. The law of attraction is responding to your vibration, and you can easily change your vibrational point of attraction by visualizing the lifestyle you desire and holding your attention upon those images until you begin to feel relief, which will indicate that a true vibrational shift has occurred. Have you ever had a really, really fucked up day? how do you spend your fucked up days? I don't know about you, but I do them a little bit differently now. Like, I was really upset just a couple of minutes ago. I decided to come do some videos. I feel a ton better shifting my energy. It's about transmuting it. This is what this message is all about. God is just trying to get you to understand that. Oh, look. In my every story is attracting this vibrational match. It's your mouth. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. It's your mouth. It's your mouth and your need to want to know the outcome. You have been, I want this, but how's that gonna happen? How God gonna happen? Is this possible? Your mouth is killing your dreams before it can even happen. God is telling you it's time to tell yourself a new story, because the law of attraction is responding to that story. It's responding to your vibration. And God is saying that you have the power within you, even a little bit, to change it, to try to do something better. And I'm actually going to just leave you guys with this thought, because I feel like this perfectly wraps up this message, because everything is talking about your beliefs and your patterns and what you're saying to yourself. So this is what I will leave y'all with. The blessing of positive thought. Each time you notice a negative thought cross your mind, stop and consciously replace it with the positive one. So this is the same thing. This is also this is like pivoting. And so just like how this card says here is that the law of attraction is responding to my vibration. This is saying a belief is nothing more than a chronic thought pattern. And so what God is saying is that in order to change your beliefs, in order to change your beliefs, which is then going to change your vibration, you have to do this exercise of whenever something negative come up in your mind, consciously choose to pick something, to focus on something else. Like, to just try to get yourself out of this vibration. And honestly, it's going to take for you to consciously do it. You're going to catch yourself. You're going to be saying some crazy shit. You're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to say that. But it's going to be a process. But God is saying if you do this on a day-to-day basis, and then you surrender to the outcome, and then you just focus on feeling good, focus on joy, focus on love, then your life is going to change. And it's not magic, and it's not, you don't need a magic book. You don't need a spell. All you got to do is just trust yourself. Honestly. Trust yourself and stop feeling so fucking guilty about the past. It is what it is. You did the best that you could do. So now you just need to have gratitude and move forward. Okay? All right. Let me finish this. It says, each time you notice a negative thought cross your mind, stop and consciously replace it with a positive one. Practice this until the pattern is broken. You will set yourself free. This is a blessing you give to yourself. It will lead you to a feeling of deep peace and contentment. And so this is just teaching you how to change your financial story of abundance. Remember, what anybody else is doing has nothing to do with you. The only reason why you don't have the things that you want is because of your gratitude towards it, your attitude towards it. And God is just asking you that if you would just surrender to it, focus on joy, focus on freedom, focus on really syncing up with your, getting in touch with your vibration and making sure that love and joy is the number one, then eventually your life will change. This last message I'm going to read to you. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm tired. The last message I'm going to read to you is by every story is attracting its vibrational match. Every thought you think is vibrating at a very personal frequency. And by the powerful law of attraction, that thought is now attracting another thought in its vibrational match. And now those combined thoughts are vibrating at a frequency that is higher than the thought that came before that. And now by the law of attraction, attracts another and another. And until eventually your thoughts will be powerful enough to attract a real life situation or manifestation. And so this is explaining how we kind of got into these toxic situations in the first place. You know, something happened in our life and then we think, oh, this is always going to be this way. And then, you know, something in another situation attracts and then you're like, see, look, now it really going to always be this way. And so it just keeps going on and on and on. But just like how this process happened a negative way, we can do positive with using this exercise of every time we have a negative thought, deliberately choosing to have a positive thought. If we continue to keep doing that over and over and over, eventually it's going to manifest a positive new reality. All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. Angel number 2915. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of the message and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never let someone tell you what you cannot do. I'm done, y'all. I will see y'all next week. I apologize if you felt like I was rambling this week. This has been rough. I've been trying. It's been rough. I've been trying to get back to it. And so I just thank you for your patience. I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And I thank you for fucking with me and just accepting me for me. All right, y'all. See you soon. Bye.